Welcome again to the Money Conversation. We are still on the series of the 9 Tips of Money by Robert Kiyosaki. And today we're going to be talking about paying yourself first. My name is Theodora Otu, the money woman, the financial lord, and the Odogures of money. You know, in Nigeria and Africa particularly, we have this communal living approach where an individual does not just take care of their immediate needs, right? They're also thinking about the needs of their parents, their relative. You see one of your uncle's sister's daughter's child has school fees issues and they're coming to you. And most times we're inclined to, pay these bills, to carry extra burden, much more than we are supposed to carry. And we end up not paying ourselves. And that's a very big mistake that a lot of people make, even though they are trying to build their financial journey. Alright, so what does it mean to pay yourself first, right? Robert Kiyosaki emphasizes that wealth is built by prioritizing your future over your present spending. Paying yourself first means setting aside a portion of your money, a portion of your income for savings and investment, even before you pay bills, before you buy groceries and all those bills that you have to cover. You need to set aside a portion first for savings, right? Before any other thing. And that's why when we talk about savings, we say that you do not save what is left after spending, you spend what is left after saving. The approach is, once you get your income, the first thing you should do is take away a portion dedicated for savings. That is what it means to pay yourself before you start buying any goods or cover any expenses. And so most people do the opposite, right? They pay everyone else, they pay for everything else first and invest what's left. That is not the right approach, right? You don't invest what is left. It is usually nothing. When you are finished spending everything, you find out you have little or nothing to save or invest. So you need to save first before you spend, okay? Now, by paying yourself first, you force yourself to live within your means, because the funds that are left might not be sufficient for excesses, right? So you know how to prioritize your spending, you know how to pay attention to only the things that are important. So by paying yourself first, you learn how to live within your means, what is remaining, and it guarantees consistent growth in your asset column. When you begin to pay yourself first, you notice that your asset column begins to grow consistently. And this practice only works because it helps you build financial discipline. When you pay yourself first, you are building financial discipline. Imagine telling yourself, every time my salary comes in, I'm removing 20% for savings before any other thing. I can now live on the 80. So you build financial discipline when you pay yourself first. You train yourself to save and to invest regularly, regardless of the circumstances around you. It also creates a habit of wealth accumulation. Over time, these contributions that you're making monthly from your salary compounds into substantial assets. So you're creating wealth, you're accumulating wealth over time. Alright, and it also shifts your mindset. You see investing in yourself as a necessity and not an afterthought. When you start paying yourself first, investing in yourself becomes a necessity. Your mindset changes and you begin to pay attention to investing in yourself, right? It now becomes a necessity, not an afterthought. Now, Robert Kiyosaki advises that the money you pay yourself should go into income generating assets. You see, this word keeps coming up in all the tips: income generating assets. So he advises that money you pay yourself shouldn't just be lying somewhere in a savings account. Yes, you can start off by saving it so that you can accumulate it to be able to acquire an income generating asset, or to have substantial amounts to invest in something that will pay you well, right? That will generate income over time, right? So income generating assets, someone asks, what's this income generating assets that you have been repeating over and over in all the videos? Example of income generating assets is stocks, real estate, businesses, or other ventures, right? Not just a savings account. A savings account is actually the beginning, but not what makes you wealthy. It's the first step towards wealth creation, but it doesn't make you wealthy. So you save so that you accumulate funds to be able to invest in stocks, to be able to invest in real estate, to be able to invest in different businesses that could come up, joint ventures, partnerships, to be able to take advantage of opportunities when they come up. So it's good to start by saving, but let the ultimate goal of accumulating those funds be to invest in income generating assets. And even in tight months, he recommends that keeping this commitment, if you agree to 20% monthly, keep to that commitment and rather look for an alternative ways to sort out your expenses, and also cut down on unnecessary expenses rather than dipping into your investments. Now, this causes you to think entrepreneurially, seek new income streams, or cut down on unnecessary or impulse spending. Yes, paying yourself first is about making your financial future your highest priority. Making your financial future your highest priority. The earlier you start, the faster your assets grow, and giving you more freedom, security, and of course, control over your life. I hope you take a cue from this today. Set out a particular percentage from your income every month. Set it aside. Begin to invest in income generating assets and start paying yourself first. Let every other demand rest on the remaining part of your funds.